Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Godwin, Assistant Professor, Department of English, and I'm happy to address you all through this video session. In this session, I would like to discuss you one of the key important interview skill, which is group discussion. As students, whenever we come across this term group discussion, it always gives us a little panic attack. But don't worry, through this video session, I would like to give you a few tips so that we can excel in our group discussion. Before getting into the tips, let us understand what is group discussion. See, group discussion is a structured conversation among a small group of people on a specific topic or issue. See, we are familiar with group discussion, but still we get depression and anxiety whenever we enter this round called group discussion in our interview. See, the irony is we do discussion on every day, we discuss among our groups, but still whenever we enter an interview and we enter this group discussion round, we have problems. I'll tell you why it's very easy. See, a teacher takes 5 minutes to enter our class. Immediately a discussion happens in your group. In your bench, you start discussing. That is a group discussion. You are relaxed at your home, watching a television. Suddenly an ad pops out. They've changed the host of Big Boss. Immediately a discussion happens at your home. Your father may agree it, your mother may disagree. A similar discussion happens. That is a group discussion. So we're all very familiar with group discussion, but whenever we come to this group discussion as a technical round, we have problems. See, why first we need to understand why they still follow this group discussion as a process of selection. See, once you enter a workspace, once you enter the work arena, job culture, you would be working among a group, right? You'll be working in a group, you'll be working among many people, many strangers. See, the first example, you remember the group discussion that I said you discuss with your benchmates. There everybody is of your same age group, everybody is your friend. If you don't like that point, you may say that on the face, I don't like that point, no problem. See, the second example that I said, you relax, you are at your home, there the discussion happens, you may agree, it's your father, you may say, father, I don't like that, not an issue. But once you are in a workspace, that is different, right? Your boss, he or she may be a 60-year-old man, right? He may be very old. Your colleagues, they may be of different age group, they may be stranger. So you can't say them to on the face that I don't like that idea. That would be very rude. So you need to know, you need to understand certain skills, certain ways that you can work in your group, certain words that you can say politely to agree and disagree. Like I said, what is a group discussion? You discuss on a particular topic, some may agree to it, many may disagree, but you should be in a position to say that in a polite way. There are a few tips that you can learn so that you can master this art of group discussion. First, let us understand why this group discussion is conducted. It's mainly to assess participants' communication skill and also teamwork. Like I said, the moment you enter a workspace, the job culture, you'll be working in a group. It's a teamwork. It's not like you work alone. You'll be working in a group, so you should know how to talk in a group, how to behave in a group. That is why they still follow this group discussion in their interview skills, and also the ability to think critically, and also the group discussion also shows who is the leader among the group. It reflects, right? So for this purpose, they conduct this group discussion. So next, I'll tell you a few tips so that you can excel in your group discussion. The first and foremost point here is to understand the topic. Sometimes they may throw some controversial topics. If you're not familiar with the topic, don't just start. Please wait for the others to start. Understand the topic. Try to understand the topic, what context this topic is given to you. First, try to understand the topic. For that, you need to be an active listener. The second point, it's all linked. It's not like you master this 5 points, you can leave. No, it's not possible. Master these 10 points, you will excel in your group discussion. So for that, you need to understand the topic. You need to be an active listener. Right, like Robin Sharma says, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means you have to listen, as much as double as you speak. So that is the key here. Be an active listener. If you're not familiar with the topic, understand and look what others have opinion about the topic. That will give you a fair idea so that you can come up with your point. So First, to understand the topic. If you're not familiar with the topic, wait for others to speak, observe others, be an active listener, know the topic, then open up your mouth. See, everybody will be very curious. Once this GD round starts, everybody would be curious to know who starts the session. If you're not familiar with the topic, there is nothing wrong. Just wait for the others to stop, then come up with your own idea. See, the third point is be concise and relevant. It's a very key thing. Once you get a chance, don't speak continuously. Speak your points, be valid, make your words worth, be relevant. That is also a very key thing. Many, divert from the topic. This will give you a bad impression. This will give you a bad impression about you. People will lose interest on you. So try to be relevant as much as you stay in the topic, right? Then articulate clearly. This is a very key thing that you need to have in any type of conversation, be it one-to-one or as a group discussion. This is a very key thing. Articulate clearly. You should know when and where to put those words. I'll give you a simple example. You can say problem. I have a problem with that guy. Or you can also say I face certain challenges with that guy. See, different meanings. Instead of saying problem, you can say challenge. This will give a different meaning. You should know to articulate clearly. It will give you more meaning to the words. Alright, fifth one is confidence in body language. See, I've related both into a single point because this body language will reveal how confident you are. Right? Body language is very important. Before you even start open your mouth, your body language will speak about you. It will show how confident you are. That is a very key thing. So when you are in a group discussion, the way you sit, the way you talk, the way you stand, it should not disrespectful. So make sure you have a proper body language. And the sixth one is a very important topic in the context of group discussion. Respectful engagement. Like I said, whenever a discussion happens, a few will agree, few may disagree, a lot of agreements and disagreements. Some may some may like that point, many may dislike that point. So when you are in that situation, you should know how to tackle that. For that, you should, first thing is avoid interrupting. Don't interrupt when someone is speaking. Wait for him to complete the speech, then you speak. Polite disagreements. For example, if you don't like that point, don't say I don't like that point. First, acknowledge the point. Sir, it's a wonderful idea, but I'm afraid it may not work in this context. See, put it in a politeful way so that they may not get hurt. Right? Like I said, remember, you may be working with different set of age group, different kind of experience level. So you need to know how to tackle, how to politely disagree. That is a very key thing. Seventh one is encourage participation. This one relates to the leadership qualities, how you allow others to participate, how you encourage others to participate. That is also a key thing in group discussion. Next one is critical thinking. See, people are always curious to know what you bring extra to the table, right? How you think out of the box. So always remember, do your research well, prepare, be prepared so that you can bring something extra to the table. That will give a good impression about you. Seventh one is prepare mentally. You see, for everything to work out, you need to be prepared well. You need to be prepared well, right? You need to visualize what may happen, what situation may arise. You need to be prepared well mentally so that it will reflect on your speech, it will reflect on your discussion. And the last point is, if you get an opportunity, try to summarize. Try to summarize whatever the points discussed. Use that opportunity. So if you try to apply all these 10 points, you will excel in your group discussion. Thank you.